Hello, this is Carolyn with Carolyn's Paper Therapy, and I'm back today to do a flip through of my final journal called Summer Sunshine. I've done, I believe it was 3 other videos where I showed how I gathered the project together and planned out the pages. I did one for junk mail envelope pockets, window pockets, and one with that showed the cover and some decorated tags that I made. And this is the final journal where I've put everything all together, and I'll flip through it and briefly describe each page. As you can see, it got pretty chunky, and but it was fun to put everything together after making it, and so I'll show it to you now. This closure is a pretty ribbon, and I have it fastened in the back, which I'll show you at the end. It's fastened onto the back so that it stays attached to the journal. And it just unties. And this is the cover, and we've gone over this previously. It's covered with laces and layered elements from the kit called Summer Snippets Mini Collection by Shabby Art Boutique. And later on in the journal, I'll show you 2 pages I made from the Summer Snippets Mini Sampler, which was a free sampler that Carrie Ann put out for members of her newsletter. So that completed my journal for me. I actually ended up needing something for those 2 pages, so it worked out great. So this is our cover with our little dangly on it and all the lace and doilies and pearls. Little children eating watermelon. Again, I've called it the Summer Sunshine Journal. These laces are hand-dyed lace that I got from a friend of mine that she did. This is the inside front cover, and in it I have one of the tags that I've already showed how I put this together. What I did on this page was make a pocket out of the pink polka dot paper, and most of my pockets in here I ripped the paper, which I kind of like that look. This has another pocket on the front of it with some lace, the word beautiful, and 2 cards. One is part of the little long snippets that I cut apart, and a small tag. Up here at the top, I just took a rubber stamp and put some words up there, and then some of the roses you'll see in here are from the Simply Roses kit. That has come in very handy for decorating the pages, little corners, and they all match Carrie Ann's other kits. So this just slides down in this pocket. All the tags have room for journaling on the back. This journal ended up with quite a lot of room for journaling. This page I didn't do anything on. I just wanted to include some of her beautiful artwork, and I decided to take my pen to it and write some little sunshine phrases. This one says, "Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy." This page I used a stencil to make the lines. Again, this is roses from the Simply Roses and a seashell from this digital kit. The word notes that I had, so this is a good page for writing. This page I left it as is. These, I think, set the tone for the detail pages that were decorated with the elements from the kit. I made a belly band here, and I just included some basically plain tags, but this one was one that we decorated on my video, the last video I made. And then I just included these 2 larger tags. They have writing space on both sides. And then I had these four small tags, and I put them together with bread, and they can be opened up and written on. I decorated the belly band with one of the little children eating watermelons in the center here. This is the same paper that I used for the cover. I love the color combination. And I used one of the little pockets from the kit and put in a couple of my little snippets. This page I decided to do kind of a side angle tuck spot. And I tucked in it one of the tags that we decorated on a previous video. I just decorated this with some book page and some ripped paper and another little snippet of the children on the beach. I used one of my rubber stamps that says, remember, let's see, I can't see it. Anyway, I can't read it right now. The light is too dim. And then one of the Simply Roses. And this just tucks in that corner. This page has one of my window envelopes, junk envelopes that I made into a window for a journal card. When you slide it out, you still have some pattern on the back of it. And we went over this in a previous video. This just comes out for writing on the back, tucks back inside. It was nice to have these already made. All I did was just decide what page I wanted them on and glue them on. This page, I took a little notepad. My husband used to donate to some kind of veterans group and several places, and they send all these return address labels and little pads and stuff. And so I cut the top off of this and stapled it with some papers, and I put 2 layers, and the words greatness comes from within and a couple of my little sparkle dots. And this can all just be written on. It's glued on the page. This page here, I just put kind of a corner, a tuck spot where I ripped around the edge of one of the artwork that Carrie Ann did of the little beach house. I glued on here the ephemera of the seagull, and then this tag is one that we decorated in a previous video of the little children on the beach. This says joy comes in the morning. This next page has another one of our junk mail window envelopes with the strawberries decorations and the strawberry journal card inside. And this one flips up for writing space at the top and inside underneath it. And I just added the strawberries to decorate that a little bit. The next page, I stenciled my lines again, and I used some of my little snippets, and I believe this was part of this kit, the roses and my little circle sparkle dots. And then I had this piece of paper, so I ripped it and wrote, everything is fine when there is sunshine. Oh, this is the center, and I decided to use one of the Elements files and resize it so that it would, I could cut it out and put it right in the center of the journal. And so when you open this up, you've got a stencil on each side and a room for writing. And then I decorated the back side of the strawberries with a rose and believe in yourself. And then this side opens up and says, every summer has its own story. I don't remember if I saw this somewhere and got the idea or what, but I really like it for the center. Okay. On this page, this is one of our tags that we made on the video. And the strangest thing happened. I don't think this bright blue stripe is even in the digital kit. And what I think happened was, I think my printer took that pale blue and white and misunderstood it and printed this bright color, but I kind of like it in here. It kind of brings out the color in the bicycles and the blanket for the picnic. I used a piece of our papers and cut out a pocket. Put a snippet here with a little possum and some coffee dyed cheesecloth and a piece of watermelon and some of the hand dyed ruffle across the bottom. This is another one of our junk mail envelope pocket windows that we decorated on a previous video with the card that comes out. There's that bright paper again. And this page, I just tore this off of the top corner of one of Carrie Ann's collages and made it into a tuck spot at the top of the page. And I just cut this from the pink polka dot paper to make a journal card with some lace across the bottom and one of our little snippets. This is plain on the back. Over here, I stenciled the flowers all over the page here, just for a nice background. And I used one of the long snippet pieces for a side pocket. And I put 2 of our little tags in there. Then I decorated the edge of the page with some of the hand-dyed blue ribbon and a piece of white satin ribbon. This is the satin ribbon that has the little loops on it, but you can't see them very well. I didn't do anything on this page. Over here, I made a pocket out of this floral background paper, and I just layered some of the blue lace, some music, a little snippet of the bird and the watermelon and the lady. This holds one of the tags that we decorated on previous video. This page has another one of our junk mail window envelopes, and it holds a journal card. It's just glued down on the page. The lace was on the back side of the window, so it is laying there on the page. This page, I just kind of decorated it by layering on a piece of our background paper, some lace, music, some of the roses, some words, start doing things you love, and the little children on the beach. This gives room for writing. This is the 2 pages that I used the mini sampler that was free, and I just kind of collaged them on the pages and left room for writing. I did some lace down the side. This is the hand-dyed kind of pink, and then I did some cheesecloth behind all this. And then I layered on the picnic basket and the ticket and melon 25 cents. And over here on this page, I just ripped some of our background papers and made a pocket for the tag that was included in this mini kit. And then I put some lace down, the hand-dyed pink lace. It's about this wide. And then I just stacked on top of it the circle with the little possum, the heart, the watermelons, the strawberries, and the word picnic. These are our last 2 pages. I did another pocket, ripped the floral paper, and put one of the little pockets that came with the kit on the front of it with 2 of our little snippets inside. And the cupcake glued on top of that. And this holds one of our tags that we did on a previous video. This is on the last inside back cover, and I made this window envelope to flip out, and so I wrapped it around to the back, so the part is glued to the back. And this has a journal card inside. Again, we decorated these on another video. Sometimes they're stubborn about going back in. This has some beautiful tatted lace on the side that this ended up in the back inside cover because I made it too wide for these other pages. This flips out for additional writing space here and in here, and I just decorated this little part with some of the snippets and a rose, and you don't see that until you open that up. And then where this wrapped around on the back, of course it was a window envelope, so it was white. And so I decided this is where I would glue my ribbon in that I wanted to tie the journal with. So I glued this ribbon down. I pulled out the ribbon and tied it in a bow on the front to make sure I had it where I wanted it. And I glued the ribbon down behind these papers. This paper here is glued over the white part of the envelope that I brought around to the back. This is just a ripped piece of floral paper, and this is a long piece of one of our snippets. And then I glued this lace on the edge of the back. And so this makes it nice and sturdy for holding this ribbon in place. This journal was put together with the method where you use the 3 holes and bind it with thread. So, I have to tell you, I went to all this trouble to clip all these down so everything would stay where it was supposed to stay when I was poking the holes, and I threaded the thread through, and I got it all ready to tie, and this wasn't there. It's laying over here to the side, so I had to undo the whole thing and put this in. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but somewhere along the line it fell out. And so it never fails when you're working. Sometimes things like that just happen, and usually it can always be fixed. We're working with paper, and things can be redone and fixed, and things glued over, mistakes, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm real happy with this. It is chunkier than I thought it was going to be, but it's kind of neat to do your your pockets and tags and things, get things decorated up so that you have kind of a pile of those kind of things already done. It doesn't really make the project go any quicker. It just makes it a different way to put it together. And I've really enjoyed this, and I'm ready to move on to the next kit. I'm going back. Whenever I first found Shabby Art Boutique was last November, and I'm sure I just ran across it on Facebook or something, and so at that time I bought several kits that were older kits that I haven't done anything with yet. So I have one I want to do, and I'm looking forward to sharing that with you. So that'll come up next. I hope you've enjoyed this today and are inspired by some of my ideas. I enjoy making these and giving them to friends and family. So I hope you've had a good day. It's a beautiful day here in Kentucky. It's Sunday. I went to church this morning, and everybody was smiling and happy, and we had a beautiful, wonderful worship service. That always helps to start the week out right, to have good, positive, joyful messages in word and music to fill you up. to overflowing so that you can handle all the things that come up in the week. I got a new air conditioner just about a month or two ago. I have 2 central air units in my house, and both of them are old. I replaced the one a couple of months ago, and this Friday the other one quit working. So I don't know if I'm going to have to replace another one or if they can fix it, but we'll find out tomorrow. So it's no big deal. It's just life. So always remember, every day's a gift. Even if your air is out, there is still joy in the day. And when you find that joy, share it with others along the way. And so thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.